Good evening, all. This is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey. That's my call sign. My name is Mac, Mike Alpha Charlie, and we are situated here in Hamilton, Ontario. That is Canada. And Hamilton is located on the west end of Lake Ontario. And since it is Thursday, February the 12th, we'll be doing our Lake Ontario Radio Club net in simplex. This net meets 5 times a week, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday on the VA3ZOE repeater on a frequency of 443.075. And this evening, 446125 is our home in simplex. Simplex simply means it's station-to-station communication. And at 7 o'clock, I'll pick up the net. Please stand by. Attention all stations, this is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey. Welcome to another Thursday evening edition of the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. I'll be your host tonight, VA3IMW, Mac in Hamilton. And since this is a simplex net, we do encourage the use of relays where required. If you hear something that I don't, feel free to let me know. We're interested in hearing from everybody who has a valid call sign and something to share, even if it is just to say hello. We'll take a quick standby for any time-sensitive mobile or priority traffic stations.
I was on the right frequency this time, Matt. VA3IMW, checking in. Priority, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, the older we get, the more of a priority time gets. We could be time-sensitive anywhere we go, Al. Anyways, you're doing a fine job. Somewhere between an S9 and peaking 10 over. So station-to-station communication. Who needs a repeater after all?
My needle won't go any higher, so you're doing good.
All right, very good. And we also have Captain Burley Slice. That's Dakota, Kilo Delta 8, Whiskey Bravo Foxtrot, checking in for on YouTube from West Virginia. Waving a ham from Hamilton, Ontario. Thank you very much, Dakota, for your check-in. All right. Well, Al, what time's the dinner bell tonight?
Oh, usually about 8 o'clock, so I'm hoping for it. I'm hungry.
You know, you really should learn to cook for yourself, right? I know you keep saying that you can't eat your own food, but if you know what you like, that you should be able to build a vision in your mind of what you would put into something, right? Start with something small, something simple. If you can make a sandwich, you can make almost anything. It's all about ingredients and the process. Anyways, as long as the good woman's around, you won't starve.
Oh, no. Damn good cook. Oh, but I have been cooking post days the last couple of weeks. Instead of going out for lunch or whatever, brekkie. Yeah, I'm pretty good at that. Wife sucks at it, but I'm killing her on that one.
Well, there you go. As long as you have your own specialties. Yeah, poached eggs. There's a knack to that. They say that putting just a teaspoon of vinegar in the water helps to have the white coagulate, and it cooks more evenly. And obviously, when you have the water at a low boil, you stir the water into a little cyclone so that you drop the egg in the middle. And yeah, very good. That's something that I don't even try on a regular basis.
Last time I did it, I cracked the egg and the damn thing fell out over the flat top. Oh, jeez. Didn't end well, but I got one poached egg out of it, so hey, worked out.
Yeah. All right, Al. Well, you're on your way, right? We'll call you Chef Al from here on in. Certainly appreciate your check-in. And anything else before we move along?
Well, I'll be listening more for a while back to net, VA3IMW.
Okay, thanks again, Al. Lots of activity on the stream. We have VA3IUK, Bill from Dundas, Matt, VE3SMN checking in, and there is Chuck waving a hand, as well as VE3LBI Larry. So, without further ado, we'll open up the net to anybody, anywhere. If you got a valid call sign and you'd like to say hello, come on in and give us your call sign and get yourself in the log. VA3IMW standing by for you.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu.
Okay, I heard Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, and there was somebody underneath him. Nobody's going to want to admit that they got walked on by a Yezu, unless they really, really want to.
Oh, it's me, VG3LBI, on my 4-watt Kenwood.
Okay, all right. Hang on a second. You got elbowed out of the way there, Larry. Hang on. We'll take Chuck first. Go ahead, VA3, CJZ.
Wait a minute, K becomes before Y. Yeah, listen, go ahead and take Larry there. We always take portables and weak stations first.
Okay, there you go. All right, Larry. You're senior in years, anyways. You're going to be more time sensitive. We all are. At our age, buying ripe bananas is a statement of faith. Anyways, what's up with Larry tonight? How you doing?
Oh, I got to say thanks to the younger folks there, so let me go ahead. Thanks very much for the old folks. What's going on? Not too much today. Really good night's sleep last night, so kind of feeling really good today. It's one of the first for a while. A little radio, nothing too serious. We're out this afternoon. Wife had to go for a test, so spent a little bit of afternoon doing that. And other than that, like I say, a little bit of radio, nothing too strenuous, anyways.
Yeah, I heard you poking around there a little bit. What was that? Utah, California, Wyoming, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, I had picked up a couple. Like I said, I was actually picking up some of the folks that I knew already had the parks, but I knew them and I wanted to give them a call. So I finally got Max down there in Florida. Man, he's just booming up here, but he's got one big pileup.
Yeah, he's a popular boy, and he likes to work parks that are seldom worked. So when he is out there, people are of particular interest. So yeah, that's kind of a key, right? If you're activating a park that doesn't have a lot of previous activations, everybody's hungry for it. So yeah, that's the way it goes. I'm sure you find a way to kind of sneak in there and give that big bellowing voice of yours an echo through the cosmos.
Oh, I got it, Mac. No problem at all. So, the other part of it is, too, we got the big thing is they get the big guns down there. Like, oh, you're 5'9" plus, 10, 20, 15. And we're like, okay, we're sitting up here going, yeah, we're 5'7".
Yep, yeah. But the good grace of sideband is pretty much everything comes through, right? So you could be a 5'7" signal talking at the same time as somebody who's 10 over. Your voice is still there, so your vocal cords are your bonus. I think you you don't need any more power. Your vocal cords have made up for it.
No, true. And like I said, I did work them, but I'll tell you, everybody's down in Florida, right, for this hemvention or whatever's going on, hempcation or whatever it is. I can't remember now. I believe it must be on the weekend, starting probably tomorrow, I would believe. And Florida is like just packed with all kinds of hemp people down there. So pick is easy.
Is that Orlando?
I believe it is, yeah. I think that's where the actual thing is. Hempcation or something. I can't remember the exact name of it. Anyways, it's on this weekend. It's one of the big ham shows down there. So, like I say, Florida's just packed with all kinds of people. There's Kerry's down there, PZN's down there. I can't think of all the Max's down there, and who else? I can't remember all the people I've worked in Florida because they're all down there for that event.
Well, that's going to make things interesting for the weekend, no doubt, no doubt. And I'm not sure if there's any contests coming up to collide with that. But we'll see when we talk to that young fellow downtown, when maybe he'll be able to fill us in on those details.
Yep, absolutely. So, and I imagine there'll be a couple of the operator events down there where there'll be 15 or 20 operators. So, all right, Matt. Listen, thanks for picking me up. I'll get Chuck behind me here. So, thanks for letting me in, Chuck. For the Easter, I'll be clear.
All right, let's bring in the young fellow in the lineup, VA3CJZ. Go ahead, Junior.
Thank you, Mac, and good evening all on net. First of all, Larry, the Hamvention is in Ohio, as it is every year. Usually it's in Dayton, but this year it's in Xenia, Ohio. So that's X-ray, Echo, November, India, Alpha, at a fairgrounds there. So I'm not sure about the Florida thing, but I thought I just looked it up where it was, and that's what they said. Yep. Starts, oh wait, is this last year? This could be last year I'm looking at. Anyways, no radio work for me today here. I've been moving stuff around on my shack and moving this, that, and the other thing, switching boom arms and so on. And so no radio work, maybe after the net. But I've been busy doing stuff around the house. Oh yeah, and I got my RF choke in. I got it a few days ago actually, but I got the Gorilla spray, the waterproofing spray for it. It's a liquid rubber, and Gorilla always makes good product. So I'm going to spray that up, except for the where you put the coax in, of course. I'm going to tape that up. But apparently the units are not 100% waterproof, and so I already went through that with the other Ballon that's not waterproof. So hopefully this will help out. Back to you.
Recheck the ETRLBI.
Go ahead, Larry.
Yeah, Hamcation is held February 13th to the 15th, 2016 in Orlando, Florida, for the Hamcation 2026.
Oh, that's Hamcation. I'm talking about Hamvention, which is on every year in Ohio.
Yeah, this one's on every year too, down in Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, I'd much rather go down to the Florida one. Make a detour.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, one more thing. You mentioned something, Chuck. You're going to tape your connections. I hope you're not going to use black tape.
Why? I'm just spraying something.
No, when you put the connections with your coax, don't just use black tape on it. Black tape lets moisture into it. So either that or also spray it with some of the spray you have after you put the black tape on.
No black tape is going to be used. It's just I want to cover up where the SO239 ends on each end of the Ballon, just so I don't spray that full of rubber, because then I won't be able to put the coax on.
Oh, well, you should cover the coax of the Ballon with something so you don't get moisture in there either. Your actual coax piece of the Ballon should be covered with something. I use a product, it's a stretch seal, and it won't let any water in. It's actually like a silicone, but it's a stretchable stuff. But you should put something to coat that so you're not going to get any water in between the coax and your actual connector on the actual Ballon.
Yeah, after it's installed, I'm going to be spraying the unit inside the house here.
I understand that, but don't just use black tape. Black tape will, it falls apart and gets moisture into it. Put something else other than just black tape, regular black tape, electrical tape on it, and seal it properly.
Oh, yeah, no, okay.
Like, you can put the black tape on it, then spray with the silicone stuff. It'll easy be able to take it apart because you've got the black tape underneath it. But spray with that spray you're using on the actual connections after you put black tape on it.
I gotcha.
Yep. Like I say, I use a silicone type stretch and seal tape. You can buy it at Home Hardware. I don't have the name offhand, but it's if you say you take an inch of it, you're supposed to stretch it to 3 inches, and you wrap it on, and it actually seals itself. But yeah, you can spray it, but like I say, spray over top of the black tape, and that way you can easy peel after if you need to.
Yeah, I think that's like $30 a roll for that stuff. I think. Yeah, I know what you mean.
No, it's not that pricey. It's not that bad. I could probably send you the name of it. You can look it up, but I know they have it at Home Hardware.
Yeah, okay then. Sure. Send it.
Yeah, okay, will do. All right, I'll pass it back to Mac there. Thanks, Mac, for letting me in.
All right. What a great team we have there. Everybody's always good with offering some help and suggestions. Anyways, Charles, it is Thursday, so that's my opportunity to thank you very much for a great AREG last night, and I certainly appreciate all the efforts you put into that. While I got you here, let's just see if we can update our list of participants on the chat. Albert, VA3BT, also waving a hand from Barry, and he's looking forward to getting home tomorrow night. He's going to take his 3-day weekend and to say the heck with the building project for Family Day weekend. And VA3NFG Steve is also checked in online, and Bobby Brown, greetings from Rob in Elmira, VE3EFD, and I think that brings us up to where we are now. Anyways, Chuck, once again, thanks so much for the AREG last night. Great job.
Oh, thanks, Mac. It was my pleasure, and we had quite a few check-ins last night, a total of 24. I forgot to mention it at the end of the net, but really good count for the check-ins, and we had quite a few people viewing the YouTube stream. So it was a lot of fun. It's well worth the time I spend on getting ready for the AREG net, and so I do appreciate the compliments. That's it for me, Mac. I'll send it back to you.
Okay, very good. Thanks again. And another new activity on the chat. Kilo Fox 0 Romeo Mike Yankee, checking in from Minneapolis. Also welcoming you to the net tonight. Glad that you found us. And as I've indicated previously, this net meets 5 times a week. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday on the VE3 ZOE repeater, 443.075, and on Thursday in the simplex frequency of 446.125. These nets are all streamed live on YouTube by myself. If you've managed to find me here tonight, like and subscribe, and you'll get notifications of when our nets are occurring. We're also covering some additional content in this area. The Friday night ZOE Rag Chew starts at 8 p.m. and we usually wrap up around 9. So we're also live streaming that. For a quick note, VA3CJZ also streams his net on Wednesday evening from 8 p.m. till 10 p.m. It's a simplex frequency of 446.430. But it's live streamed by VA3CJZ. Look up his call sign in the YouTube search box and you'll be able to follow along there. Thanks for all the activity on YouTube, and let's take another quick standby and pick up some RF check-ins here. VA3IMW, standing by.
Victor Echo 3 India, uniform kilowatt. We making it in there, anybody? VA3
Okay, we've got Bill and Steve, and I know Steve is either mobile or handheld. So, Bill, I hope you don't mind, but I'll bring Steve in first. VA3NFG, please go ahead.
Yeah, roger that. Matt, thanks for picking me up. I'm just transmitting from the parking lot of Home Depot here. I gave you a check-in on the stream there, and I'm just trying to see if I can get an RF check-in to match it. So thanks again.
again for doing the net there, back VA3IMW.
Well, a job very well done, Steve. Thanks for checking in. Obviously, you're on our break. You probably have a couple hours to go. Waving a hand back at you all over the West Mountain. Your 5 watts is giving me an S2 signal on direct. Great job. And anything else for how much longer you got to stay at work?
I'm here till 9 p.m. This evening there. I'm off tomorrow, and then I go in Saturday for 7.5 hours, and then I don't go back until the 27th.
All right. Look at all the projects you can finish up between now and then. Well, at least you can talk about planning to do them and then procrastinate for another year and a half. Bad joke. Sorry. Just kidding. All right. Have yourself a good evening. Stay safe and home safe as well. Anything else before I pick up Bill?
No, that'll be all for now, Mac. Thanks again. And good evening, Bill. And back to night control, VA3IMW.
All righty. And let's bring in Bill, VA3, VE3 UK. Go ahead, sir.
Good evening. Good evening to all those who checked in on the simplex frequency, and good evening to all the folks that have checked in via YouTube. Special hello to all the stateside visitors. Hope we have you coming back. 2 or 3 things here. I think you said 446.430. It should be 146.430 Mac. Couple of points here. I got an interesting email from VE2 Zulu Delta X-ray, and it says VE3 IUK, watch your QSOs from the other side. And it's a ham. I worked in a park in Delaware. I think Larry worked him as well, so I was able to hear how I sound in Delaware.
Oh, so he sent you a sound clip?
A link to the video on YouTube.
Very good. Excellent. So it's like one of those 22-second video clips?
Well, it's a clip of almost the entire QSO, because our friend Walter is contacting this ham as well, and also Larry was in there as well. So I think it's about, I don't know if it's his whole activation or not, but it's at least 12 QSOs.
Okay, very good. I know I received an email a short while ago, and a gentleman mentioned that he appreciated my contact, and he had a link in the email. When I clicked on the link, it popped open. I think it was a 20-second video clip, but it was just our QSO, and that was it. So I'm thinking that different operators are using the YouTube video clips that they're shooting during their activations and then parsing them out so that other individuals can then hear how they sound on the receiving end. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. I've got a feeling, I have to read the email. I haven't read the entire email yet, but I also got the impression that this VE2ZDX is, maybe responsible for linking these videos, because when you click on watch the videos, you get a search box that comes up, and you enter your call sign and some other criteria. So you could just, so if you show up in multiple videos.
All righty. Yep. I remember the first video clip. It was my 15 seconds of fame. That's the way that Kevin mentioned it. VE3IMW. He sent it over by, I think it was Messenger or something like that. Said, there you go, you're a star. So I clicked on the link, and sure enough, it was me making contact with, maybe it was that guy in Alaska. He was kind of laying back on a rock out in the middle of the muskeg, and he threw a wire up on something. I don't know what it was. Couldn't have been very high, but I know it was a tough copy on my end. But for him, no noise, working on, I forget whether it was 15 or 12 meters or something like that. But yeah, it's really cool to be able to see what you sound like on the other end, and maybe it kind of gives you a sense of how the other operators are hearing stuff. You know, when you're trying to break into somebody and it's a long distance QSO on 20, 17, 15 meters, whatever, and you think you're the only one that's trying to reach them, there's a cacophony of other stations that are coming in, and everybody's clobbering everybody else. So that kind of brings us back to center, and we realize that the operator who's activating the park is hearing a ton more than obviously what the people are that are trying to work on. Anyways, Bill, the weather's getting warmer already. Plus temperatures for what, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. You've got to be itching to get out.
Oh yeah, because I didn't get out enough last summer, and I intend to rectify that this year. Going to make some changes to my portable station that are going to help. Just another couple of quick comments. Yeah, well, if I can get out, I have maybe a better chance of getting Alaska and Hawaii on phone. I just say I don't do too well to the West Coast from here. But interestingly enough, I was looking at my stats today. I'm up to 2,040 parks, believe it or not. And the interesting thing I found in the stats is Florida. In the last 2 weeks, I've had 50 QSOs, 50 new parks in Florida, probably about the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, and that could coincide with people headed down towards this event in Orlando. So they're in that vicinity anyways, or they're on their way to it, and they're taking the opportunity to stop and activate these parks that are seldom visited. So great opportunity to jump in there and have some QSOs with these parks that are going to be totally new.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but I think that probably has a combination of a few snowbirds probably as well. Okay, I'm going to turn it back to see if there's anybody else out there, but I would be curious to see if Larry got this email or not, because he is in the video as well, and your alter ego is in the same video too, VA3IMW. So just wondered if Larry got the same email as I did.
All right, we can bring Larry back in if he's not outside the back door. You know what? VE3LBI, did you get one of these emails with a video clip attachment? Sounds like Larry stepped away from the radio. We know what he's doing. All right. We'll check in with him on this tomorrow night. Just remember to mention it to him during the Friday night Zidoe Rag Chew. Okay, let's take another quick standby and see if we can trap a couple of more RF check-ins here. VA3IMW standing by for you. Okay, that's okay by me. 1927 is what I see on the clock. So lots of time for folks to go and trial around the HF bands and find out who they can make contact with. All the best to one and all. We'll be back on YouTube at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, where our host VE3LBI will be conducting the Friday night Zidoe Rag Chew. And with that, we'll thank 100% of the people that have checked in either on YouTube or via RF. And looking forward to doing this next Thursday night as well. But don't forget, we're also on the Zidoe repeater for this net Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday at 7 p.m. as well. With that, we'll turn the frequency back to normal amateur use and bid you all 7 threes. That's how we say goodbye.